Hello, welcome to The Buzz, our special election edition. I'm Jana Pesh.
And I'm Nick DeZoglio.
Thank you for tuning in. So from the onset of this, we really felt that it was important to get information to the residents, but not necessarily make it about politics.
Correct.
However, it is election season. Today is, what is today, Nick?
Today is October...
It's a harder question.
Oh, wow.
What is it?
17th?
Oh, the 17th. Yes, my mother's
October
birthday was
17th.
yesterday. I should actually know that. Today's October 17th.
So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on when you're watching this.
Yeah. And so what, about 2 more weeks?
2 more
to
weeks.
The election.
2 more weeks from Tuesday, November 4th.
Is the election
the polls
date.
will open up.
7 to 7.
7 to 7. All races contested.
Which is awesome.
This is great.
Right?
I said this last night at the school committee forum. This is the first time I think no one's just walking in.
And that's so nice because a lot of people, I don't think anyone's ever 100% happy with everything going on all the time, right? So how do you get your voice heard? And we said it even when we started the show.
Yeah.
Run, right?
Run.
Get involved. It's not something that you can't do. You absolutely can. So I'm happy to see everybody showing interest in having contested races.
I mean, I think this is, again, I've been running elections for about 15, 16 years.
Since he was 4.
Since you've been out of college, I guess, right? And,
so funny. So funny.
And so, you know, between being campaign manager or being the candidate, this is, again, the first time I think in Methuen.
All contested?
All contested in over a decade. So I'm very proud of that.
And do you remember the years even with school committee in particular, we couldn't even find people to want to run. I mean, when you think of the school budget being like half of our city budget, huge budget, so important to the city. We know that schools are so important to how a city grows and tax money and bringing in new, people and new growth. I mean, the schools are certainly fundamental to all of that. And we had elections where there weren't even enough people.
In 2015,
we had to get write-ins.
In 2015, the school committee had 8 people running at that time, and 2 didn't get on. But then someone resigned, and the next in line got appointed.
Yeah.
And then the year after that, it was 7 people ran.
For 7 spots, I think.
6 spots.
For 6 spots.
And then in 2018, 19, was when every year since then, so since 2018.
Yep, it's been the number or fewer.
Number or fewer that we've had on the school committee. But I can also say that for the East District.
Sure.
There were a few years there, Eunice Ziegler, who's our Governor's Council now, and former Council Chair Steve Saba, they didn't have a race. They had to.
And I find that with a council that happens a lot, if there's not an open seat, I think people are a little apprehensive to try to knock out an incumbent, right?
Yeah.
So it could be timing too. As well.
Well, I'm kind of glad I'm not running at large because there's what, 7, 6?
Yeah, that's me. Thanks.
Sorry. I mean, but
still, that's
good.
great.
That's good.
It's still great.
Opposition is always good. Opposition.
I agree.
So we have the election coming up on November 4th.
Yep, I was going to say, go over the dates. Early voting starts soon.
Yes, early voting. I just had it up.
Yeah.
Remember
before when I asked you and I was like, hey, do you have those on your phone? You're like,
got it up.
Now I have to do filler because he's
not at all. Elections for 2025.
Okay.
Now, the mail-in ballots that were sent out.
Yes, there was a typo. So
sure, we'll say typo or just someone didn't delete something from the last ballot. But October 27th through October 31st is the early voting period in Methuen. And you can do that at City Hall in the city clerk's office. October 25th is the last day to register to vote. October 28th is the last day to request a mail-in ballot. And November 4th is election day and the last day to return your vote by mail ballot.
But back to the typo, I believe they're issuing some sort of statement to those who requested the mail-in ballot already. If you requested a mail-in ballot, make sure you verify the dates.
I want to put that on the agenda to talk about later, you and I.
Okay.
Because mail-in ballots is it's not an absentee ballot.
Nope, absentee ballots are different. So if you know you're going away, you can request an absentee ballot as well.
If you're a snowbird, you're not going to be around.
So listen, at the end of the day, there's no reason not to vote. You can vote in person, you can vote early, you can vote mail-in, you can vote absentee. Vote. It's great that we have people running, but vote. Otherwise, it just ends up being a popularity contest, right? Who has more family?
There's a movie called The Circle. Did you ever see that?
I have not seen it.
Tom Hanks is in it.
Have you seen The Square?
No.
I haven't
But I'm
either.
looking at
sure
one.
There's a movie called The Square.
Looking at one.
Go ahead. The Circle.
The Circle with Tom Hanks, and he is a software billionaire where he has invented online election by phone. So your governor's races, your presidential races.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that.
You can vote.
You have a toddler
on
in the
your
house,
phone.
right? You have a toddler in the house. Hello?
You got to watch the movie. It's kind of like a Steve Jobs meets like Mark Zuckerberg type of role for Tom Hanks.
Yeah, but that brings up a good question too, because even with mail-in voting, I gotta think sometimes. Like, say I
look
have
what's going on across the line.
Well, say I have three kids, but just the pragmatic issue of it, right? Like say I have 3 kids in college. Just say they're all registered to vote.
You'll be what? How old when all 3 of them are?
Can we not bring my age
up? You keep on bringing age today,
He's just so jealous that I look so much younger. But anyway, if you have 3 kids in college and you get, let's say, 5 mail-in votes, right? You, your spouse, and the 3 children.
Yeah.
Okay, you open them up, right? 5 votes. The kids are away. I'm just saying. There's a lot of room.
I'm not saying it has or has not happened.
Yeah, and I mean, it is what it is. I just don't know if...
former city councilor in Lawrence just got arrested for that, but...
Slippery slope.
I'm not going to bring up other people's politics, but...
So let's talk about, do we want to talk?
candidates?
Yeah, let's talk about the candidates. So let's start, what's one of the lesser known...
Mayor race. Let's start with the mayor race.
Well, that's definitely not lesser known. I was
Yeah,
going
but a lot of people-
to go from the lesser known to the most.
Let's start at the top. Mayor's race.
So sure. So the mayor's race, there's one challenger for our mayor, DJ Beauregard. Her name is Barbara Strobel.
Yes.
And I did watch the forum. It was done here at Methuen Community Studios.
All 6 forums.
We're done. Sure. And I'm glad they held the school committee too.
They did.
They did that last night.
9 people last night, and they were really strict about the
time limits.
Oh my God, 1 minute.
I saw that.
1 minute. You
Nick
guys
got
know
cut
Nick
off.
DeZoglio? I don't know how to talk.
I mean, we all know how much you talk. We all know that. So it was nice to see someone cut him off besides me or your wife. So that was nice. That was refreshing. There is a little angst though. So that you guys know, we're sitting up here for the forum, right? And then one of these wonderful volunteers will have a little sign. On one end of this little round sign is a 10-second, right?
Yeah.
And then they'll flip it over and there's a stop. So what's really interesting, I don't know if this happened with you, but at my
3
forum,
times.
well, you just got cut off a few times
Yeah,
because you just didn't time it well. You'll notice when you watch our forum, I did not have that happen. My timing was impeccable.
Or you just don't have a lot to say.
What I was going to say, I always have a lot to say. What I was going to say though is some people, because the lights are so bright here, I don't think they could actually see the person with the sign, so they just keep going and they're waving the stop, you know.
I mean, if I'm looking at camera 3 and camera 2's on right now, and the person's sitting in the middle,
yeah, it's bright.
I'm not looking in the middle. I'm
And plus
looking
you're
at the
nervous, you're
camera.
thinking about what you're saying.
And usually mine's with the lovely Nancy Reardon, who had our stick, and she was like, Nick, stop, please, stop.
Good. Good
that
job,
a right
Nancy.
depiction
Good
of her?
job. Good job.
So,
I'm going to give Nancy a big high five next time I see
well,
her.
you know what? Let's bounce down to that role, because the Methuen Housing Authority.
Well, that's where I was going to start. Now we just glossed over the mayor. Can we start in the order I said I was going to start in? So go ahead. Methuen Housing.
How do we gloss over the mayor's race?
We didn't talk about it. We just said who was running.
David Beauregard and
So
Barbara
this will be a
Strobel.
3-minute show if we're just announcing who's running.
Are we going to start talking?
Yes,
Okay,
I
fine.
thought we would have a little conversation.
Okay, well,
Listen, I was just going to say that, as we were saying, you know, it's nice to have more than one person in the race. So I personally think the mayor's been doing a good job. It's been
a year.
It's been
Yeah,
year and a half.
No,
I think.
year. Neil passed away in September.
September 21st was
Yeah.
my son's birthday.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
yeah, so about a year.
So about a year. And it's tough, right? It's tough when you're coming into a situation like that. But I think Barbara even said during the forum, I don't think anyone should run unopposed. She's not wrong.
No.
And she spoke very well at the forum. I thought she did a great job. So, at least it challenges having one person just walk into an office, which I think is good, right? That's like the democratic process.
It is.
So
100%.
that's a good thing. That's all I wanted to say. Do you have anything to say about it?
Vote.
Okay.
I mean-
on to Methuen Housing Authority, because Nancy's one of those candidates.
Nancy's
yeah?
one of those candidates. So Nancy Reardon is running for re-election.
Yeah, she's been on there. Are there term limits
This
on
is
that?
her last term.
So there, I don't want to go sidetrack too much, but term limits are interesting. And they asked us about it at the forum, and I think it's a hot topic for a lot of people, right? Should there be term limits? Should there not be? I'm mixed on this. I have to be honest. I do believe in term limits. I think it makes sense. I'm not a fan of the 2-2-2.
I agree.
Because every other year you're campaigning. So look at our mayor, for instance.
Agree.
You get into office, you're trying to implement whatever agenda or platform that you ran on. Now you're campaigning right out the gate, right? You try to do things, you get settled, then you're campaigning. It just doesn't make for seamless government. I understand why there are term limits, but maybe even 2 3-year term limits if you want to keep it to 6 years, or 2 4-year term limits if you want to keep it to 8. But we need to look, I think the council needs to look at how it's structured right now. It just
I'm
doesn't
really
make a lot
hoping the
of
charter
sense.
comes to the table, because this is where we can change
We've
it.
been waiting.
So here's the thing: is our state senate and our state reps all have, and Congress too, have 2-year terms.
Yep.
I don't think that changes for school committee and city council. However, I do think if the mayor could get 2 4-year, no, 4-year, give them 8, and then the same thing with the school committee and city council is give them a 4th term.
Yeah, but you're still doing every 2 years?
But so doesn't Congress, so doesn't State House. I mean, majority of our democracy is every 2 years.
Yeah, I still like the idea of every 3.
I mean.
Especially at a local level.
But then it's odd to even.
Well, that's why I would keep them the same.
So in 3 years, if we
Yeah,
were to do
it would
3
be-
years,
right,
it
you'd
would
be
fall
with
on
the
a
state.
state
I get it.
or a federal, and you don't want that to happen.
Yeah.
You want to keep municipal separate from your state and federal, especially with the number of votes that come in. Now, granted, would it be cool to vote for mayor and governor at the same time? Sure.
But think about
that's
you
a
would draw, I understand it's a lot on the
Yeah.
clerk's office,
A
but
lot
you
on the
would
clerk's.
draw a larger number of voters too, which is a good thing.
But this allows the clerk's office to also be prepared every year for an election.
Yeah, but I
instead
wonder
of
if it
every
would be
2
a
years.
cost savings too, Nick.
I mean, of course it would, but
So maybe listen, these are just all ideas, right? But it's definitely, I just don't think it makes a lot of sense to be campaigning every other year. For anybody, I would even say at the state level,
I mean, I believe in term limits.
can't change that.
I do
believe in term limits, although look at the flip side. Now, Haverhill didn't have term limits, right? Mayor Ferrantini was in there for what, 1,200 years? I'm just saying, he was in there for a long
I
time.
think he
and the
did an
people,
amazing job,
the
though.
people loved him, but
He would
that's
probably
my
still
point.
be mayor today.
But that's my point,
Look
exactly.
at downtown Haverhill, look at the economic boom.
That is my point. If you didn't want him in, get out and
The
vote.
current mayor has not done any of that.
But this is my point, right? And they didn't have term limits. So
I know.
what if they did? Right? Maybe some of the greatness that he did wouldn't have even been able to occur.
Oh, I agree. I don't disagree.
know. I'm mixed on it. I understand why we have them.
Do you think we should have term limits on president?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Thank you. All right, Nevins Memorial Library trustee.
Who else is running for
Oh,
the
sorry,
Methuen
geez,
Housing?
yeah, sorry.
I mean, I love
Ellen
Nancy,
Barry
but let's
Weinhold.
talk about who else.
Yes,
I
Ellen
don't
Barry
know who that
Weinhold.
is.
I don't either, but she's a newcomer, and
Yeah.
thank you for running.
Thank you for running. Yes.
Thank you for running. And the Housing Authority is very important.
It is. I think they determine the funding for apartments and stuff like
Correct,
that
for
too,
low-income
right?
housing.
Yeah.
So we
yeah.
have 2 in Methuen, Methuen housings. We have 1 on Calumet, which is the Merrimack Valley housing.
Yeah.
And then we have Mystic.
But then there are individual landlords too who go through the Methuen Housing Authority, no?
Oh yeah, probably. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. I was talking about the
your
actual
apartment,
housing.
yeah, but if you get your apartment, deemed I don't want to say deemed worthy, but deemed, sufficient for receiving that
The
fund
benefit,
and helping
yeah.
out, then you would go through that. So I think it's a benefit for landlords too. It is definitely an important decision, much like Eunice's, right? Governor's counselor.
Yeah,
People
with the
don't really
judges.
know governor's council. It's something you don't really hear about,
Actually,
which is
I
an
gotta ping
important
her,
role.
because I did apply to be a
A judge, you can't do
no
it.
no
You're not having it.
a justice of the peace, JP.
Oh, you want to marry people? I think of Bob Vogler when I think of that.
So I do too, actually, Bob. But yeah, I applied like a year ago, and
They didn't want you.
it's rude. I just
Hey,
want to
listen,
bless you.
I don't know how I feel about that. Maybe we could do the Buzz Does Weddings.
Oh my
The-
God.
the wedding show.
Jeez. Like
reality.
oh
I'm
my
an
God,
attorney,
Nick
you're a
Lachey,
JP.
you know, you do the.
Nick Lachey? Do you just refer to yourself
I'm just
as
saying,
Nick
like the
Lachey?
Love Is Blind. We could do like the
I can't
average
right now.
Joe.
We're going to stay
Okay.
on track,
No,
folks.
she takes one.
Go ahead. What's
thing.
next? What's next?
Nevins Memorial Library.
Nevins Memorial Library. What's the full?
Trustee.
Trustee.
Nevins Memorial
Yes.
Library trustee. So
Yes.
there's actual board of trustees, and then there's 2 electable positions.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, usually those electable ones tend to become actual board members. I know a few that have been elected.
Sure, because of their interest and
then
sure,
some
sure.
have stepped down
Yeah.
and retired and stuff, and they've come into it. But we have Kelsey Shabilia running for that role. Christine Tumakame is running for that role.
'Cause she's an
running
incumbent,
for
right?
re-election.
She's running for re-election.
And then
yeah.
David Boucher.
Boucher?
Boucher. No, I mean that's not Boucher, but
It's not?
no,
Isn't that how you say it?
is it? But
Boucher?
Sure.
I think it
I'm from
is.
A and R's, so yeah, okay.
Well, I'm just saying, if it is, David, and
Sorry.
you're out there, send us an email at, what is it, thebuzzmethuen@gmail.com, and let us know if I said it correctly or if Nick said it correctly. I'm just curious. You know, I'm not French, but I'm pretty sure
But our library is a beautiful gem in Methuen.
it's gorgeous. I actually
gorgeous
studied for
library.
the bar exam there. They had a little silent area instead of competing with everybody at the law school. I
used
studied there,
to-
and so did my husband.
I used to go up the spiral
You'd
staircase,
see me sleeping by the stained glass.
and yet you still
Yes,
passed.
I did.
Still
I did.
passed.
Well, I needed a break every now and then, but it is so gorgeous. The only thing I miss when I walk in, I was explaining to my kids last time I took them there. Do you remember the big card catalogs? Or
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Yes,
I
the
just take
drawers. Yes, with the cards.
But
Yes.
it used to be so exciting. We would do like school field trips and stuff if you had a book report to research or whatever. And I used to love digging through the card catalogs. There's something about the smell of a library, the smell of books. I fought against the Kindle when Vinny first bought it for me, like way back when it first came out. I like flipping the pages of a book. I love
The smell of an old book.
The smell and the feeling of turning the page. But I miss the card catalogs. I get why we don't have them. It doesn't even make sense. But you know, I mean, everything's online now.
digitalized.
Yeah. Why would you?
Yeah.
Why would you have it and keep having to update it?
And they
But
have the digital books now too for your Kindles at the library. And they also have.
I know they have Audibles too.
They have
you
Audibles.
can download
Yes,
Audibles
yes,
right at the library.
Yep, yep. And I have back in the day when DVDs were.
Oh, you could rent DVDs.
You could rent DVDs.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I love every fall when they do their like open house
Yeah.
and they sell off old books.
And there's so
old
many things
games
that
and
people
stuff like
don't.
that.
I know we mentioned it at some point in our show when we first started, but
We should have the library director.
we should. Who's the new one?
We don't have a new one.
We don't have a new one because Krista retired, did she not?
She's retiring at the
She's
end
retiring.
End
Okay.
of the year. This
Okay.
will be her last budget. Yes.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, they have so much going on there. We should have a separate show.
Krista, come by one
Yeah.
last time. One last time.
Okay.
Hamilton, come on.
He's singing.
There we go.
Go ahead.
All right, Greater Lawrence
need the stop
Regional
sign. I
Technical
should
High
have the
School. We
stop
need
sign here.
Nancy with the stop sign. Okay, got it. We'll hire her for the next one. Thomas Hayden,
What was that for?
the Greater Lawrence Regional Technical High School
and
Committee.
he's a re-elect.
So these two, so they actually, they
Because
have an
they came
uncontested
before
race.
the council. They have an uncontested. Oh, they're uncontested.
Yeah. So they have Mr. Hayden, who is the chair of the Greater Lawrence Tech School
Yep.
Committee, and then Bradley Jones, two very, very vocal and supporters of the school, and have been very much great partners in working with the Methuen City Council
They
on
came
some of the
before us.
conversations.
We had a lot of questions, and you know, I've said it publicly. I'll say it again. I I mean, the vocational schools are amazing. I think they are such an asset. I think they offer a pathway for so many students to become very successful in a trade. We had a lot of budgetary concerns, however, with the council, and
on
these
the
two
news last
individuals,
night.
was it? These two
school.
individuals were at least forthcoming. They came forward because we had a lot of problems getting even the superintendent
Did you
of
get
the
an invite
GLTS.
to the ribbon cutting of the Lawrence Airport Aviation
I
Center?
feel like I may.
I feel like I might have saw it, but it was yesterday.
We get a lot of emails.
Yeah, so yesterday was the grand opening.
Oh, it was yesterday?
Yeah, the Greater Lawrence Tech built a $7 million hangar.
Yeah, that's awesome.
For aviation studies, so mechanics, air traffic control, et cetera, out of Lawrence Municipal. All the 4 communities that are part of the Greater Lawrence Tech had funded this program. So I wish it luck. I think it's awesome. But Greater Lawrence Tech is the largest technical high school in the Commonwealth. So
Yeah.
it's a great opportunity, and it's an amazing opportunity to have an airport.
And we need
in the area, too.
trades every time, just to throw a couple out there, but every time I need a plumber, an electrician, I'm like, oh my God, we need more.
Yeah.
It's just such a trades that are really, really in demand right now, I think.
Let's start with the counselor, the East District Council race next.
You don't want to start with school committee?
No, I think we're going to end with school committee.
Okay.
Wasn't that the deal?
Well, no, the deal was we were going to start from, but you started with the mayor, so we're all messed up, so
So
whatever.
district
You
council,
just go where you want to go at
East
this
District.
point.
You know what? If you have the list, you can go
Well,
whatever route you want.
I asked you if you had the list
Nellie
3
Soto,
times.
incumbent.
Yeah.
Ron Marsden, incumbent. He's
Yep,
the
and
current
they're the chair and the vice chair. Yeah.
And then Ann Buckley.
Yeah, and he did the forum here. Yeah, he
yes.
sounded
Young-
very intelligent, and there's a lot of young people
Running.
on the ballot,
Young
which
adults.
which is nice. I actually think Representative Ryan Hamilton started that, right, when he ran for council way back when. No, why are you laughing?
Sure.
No, he was young. I remember him getting a lot of flack for being so
Yes,
young, and he did
yes.
great, and he's just continued to build on that.
Love Ryan.
So, but you don't think so? Was he the first one that was like really young, or are you suggesting that you were young?
All due respect,
I don't think
love
so.
Ryan. I will bust his chops all day long. One-term city councilor, and then he went off to be like this amazing state rep.
Yeah, but that's awesome. But he was still young.
But he had a few years in between where he was Neil Perry's assistant.
Yeah. Wasn't he still in college, though, when he ran
He
for
was.
council? So that's what I was saying. Because I believe a lot of the young people, I don't know if Ian Buckley is. Is he in college
have
still?
no idea.
I don't know, but I know some of the others that we'll talk about after
Yes.
are still in college,
Yeah. But I wish luck on that race, the East
Yeah.
District. I have some complaints about the East District.
Really? I live in the East District. What complaints do you have?
I do too.
Oh, yeah.
That 110 is getting horrible.
Yeah. Well,
110 is getting horrible through the valley. It's just, they're tearing up roads, putting down fake roads.
do you know we put up all those sidewalks and lights and everything, particularly like on Mary Mick Street by my
Yeah.
office?
And they
Do you know
are
mine beeps all day long? People keep coming into my office saying, your alarm's going off in your car. I'm like, no, that's the crossing. Apparently it beeps when someone's crossing. This thing beeps all day long. All day long. I've reached out, I won't name names, but I've reached out a couple times to a gentleman there about this and the fact that I killed my tire because they didn't mark a divot and just no response. And I'm a counselor. So it
I've been
kinda,
asking for MassDOT to
it
come.
makes me a little nervous if
If
they
others
don't
are having a
care. Yeah,
situation.
they don't. I mean, I'm a counselor and an attorney and a business owner with it in front, and I didn't get an email back. So,
And a homeowner.
homeowner, taxpayer, small business owner.
Jeez.
know?
Let's hope Methuen doesn't go bankrupt one day.
I don't even get the stuff he says sometimes. Okay, so East District, yeah. So we have 2 incumbents, and then again, it is contested because Ian Buckley threw his name
Yeah.
in, and again, that's great, right?
Yep. West District.
West District.
We have Dan Shabelia. He's on the school committee. Former city councilor Mike Samard. Mike Samard, who is
who didn't run his full
Nope, so it
terms.
restarts. So
Well, it
he
restarts anyway,
yeah,
but I'm saying he
but
never
could
actually
run
ran his full. He ran 4.
He ran 4 years.
So 2 terms of 2. Yep.
Took 2 years
Took 2 years off, and now he's running again.
And he's actually retiring as a Lawrence police officer, so I wish him the best of luck there too.
I'd like to retire.
And then Patricia Valley, who is also an incumbent.
Yeah.
So I wish all 3 of them the best of luck in the West District. I know, I think that's going to be a fun race to watch.
I think it's going to be fun, and I don't want to get personal, but I will say, I think Dan is going to have a tough time with his online presence. And I'm just throwing it out there. I would say it to his face. Every interaction I've ever had with him, seems like a nice enough guy. I don't really know him, but he seems like a nice enough guy. But this online personality, pot stirring, sort of, I think it's going to be tough for people to reconcile.
I mean, he's not the only one out there doing it. But I mean, here's the thing: is
listen, social media has its purpose, right?
Social media is, I think, the cause. Like, I mean, I'm on my phone right now looking at a ballot, so it's hypocritical.
Necessary evil sometimes.
But here's the thing: is I think majority of the issues in today's society is because of social media.
I don't like manufactured issues. And I don't like creating mass hysteria in social media. And remember, for social media, if you ever look, and I don't do a lot of it, and I've had to specifically for this campaign because I was told it looks like you're not doing anything because it's not on social media, right? If a tree falls and no one's around to document it and upload it to Facebook, apparently it never fell. But I don't like it because it feels real. Like, you have an issue on social media, you've got the same 5 people chiming in, 75 comments. It's 5 people. Do you get what I'm saying?
I mean,
and it feels big, and it feels real.
If I put something on the agenda, it's open for ambiguous interpretation, which stirs a pot. Like, I want to talk about this after.
No, I agree.
During the brew,
my point is, if there's an ambiguity, it should have been clarified in anything, right? It should be clarified, in my opinion, in a professional way. Going on, making assumptions, creating mass hysteria, that sort of thing. And I'm not even talking about the other night. I'm talking about years of different issues and creating the same sort of mass hysteria about non-issues potentially. I just don't think Methuen needs negativity. And that's a tough pill for me to swallow. And I don't know if other people feel that way, but just me. You know?
There's an actress that passed away the other day.
Diane Keaton?
So I'm not sure if it was Diane Keaton, but there was in Dory, Finding Dory, the movie.
Okay.
The mom was Diane Keaton. Ellen DeGeneres.
Okay, where are you going with this?
This is where, listen for a second.
I'm waiting.
So there was
She was in The Godfather. I'd like to talk about
picture of the fish on social media saying, "Rest in peace, Diane Keaton."
Okay.
Everyone goes, "That's Ellen DeGeneres. That's Ellen DeGeneres."
Was it?
No, because it was the mom
who looked like Dory.
Yes,
okay.
But that's the thing is, it might look like something else.
Yeah.
It's not. It doesn't actually have to be the truth. What you're saying is that's the problem.
And that's the slippery slope, right?
And look at AI now.
Oh, that's scary.
Scary. Someone sent me a video of this baby running down the street.
Oh, on top of a crocodile or something?
Probably, yeah, the crocodile, or the crocodile coming up on the stoop.
Bear.
Or the bear.
Do you see the bear? Once you watch one, there's a whole bunch.
Folks.
Yeah.
You can't believe everything on social media. Yeah. And we want to trust this technology at some point.
And I agree with you, but again, I come from an old school of politics, right? Don't make an old joke. But I do believe in a certain ethical...
I don't have to, it shows.
An ethical guideline, right? And again, I always say, because attorney is one of the few professions, much like a doctor or whatever, that your personal life can actually trickle into your professional life. So I like to operate on a higher scale of ethics than I think, which is interesting because Dan's actually an attorney, isn't he?
Yes.
I didn't even think of that.
No, but it doesn't matter. If you're going for politics, you should have ethics embedded in you.
But that's my point. There should be a certain decorum of professionalism. And I think if that's who you are in real life, in person. That is who you should exemplify on social media. Again, just my opinion. It's not personal. Maybe people
into it.
Yeah,
I think
people like it. It's just not
again,
me. It's just not me.
I think the persona of Mr. Shibelia you're getting from like certain posts that are feeding off of different things. Like again, it looks like Dory, but it's not Dory. It's a different fish, and that's why it was memorialized.
Yeah, and people get excited about that, right? Like some people live for social media. It's like, oh, I got likes, I got this, I got this. So I get it. I get it.
See,
I get it. I
yeah,
don't. I just don't.
I'm not doing a lot of social
like
media
that.
these days.
No.
I pride my family on social media.
I agree. And you know what? Putting anything in writing and having that documentation going years back is just dangerous anyway.
Well, look at things that have happened where, comedians have lost like the Academy Awards because they said something 20 years ago, but yet they make their money off this stuff. So, all right.
Moving on.
Central District. Central District.
Yeah.
Ella McLaren.
Yeah.
She's in college.
In college, yeah.
Merrimack, right? I think it's a Merrimack college, right?
I think it is Merrimack.
It's either a Merrimack.
I think it's Merrimack.
I think it's Merrimack.
Yeah.
Sharon
If
Birchall.
it's not, I apologize.
Sharon Birchall.
Yeah.
Luann Santos, a former school committee member.
Yeah.
And Yolanda Santos.
Yes.
No relation between.
Yanilda. You said Yolanda.
I'm sorry.
Yanilda.
There's no relation between those two Santoses.
No, but there is relation between Yanilda and Wanda.
They're like sister-in-laws or something like that.
They are, yes. I believe
Yes.
one of them is married to the other's brother.
Okay.
Which, that's how, again, I'm sorry if that's
There's a
not what it is,
relation.
but there's a relation there. And the only other time, now that's interesting too, I really don't think it's that big of a deal, but like you and your brother have never run for the same race, yes?
I shared a room with him for like 10 years. I will never share a platform with him.
TMI. But,
how's that TMI? It's like two brothers in a dorm
talking about
room.
when you,
I mean,
I thought you meant when he lived with you.
oh no. Oh, come on, don't bring that up.
I'm sorry.
No,
Okay.
You know what's funny about that story though?
Ryan.
I'm sorry, Ryan, we're gonna have to talk about it. But it was like Nick, it's only gonna be a week, and then COVID happened, and he was with me for a year. I mean, I love my brother, don't get me wrong, but it was.
And then do you remember, so the only other time I remember two.
Actually, that was probably the best time too, is having him around.
The only other time I remember two related people running were the DeBella brothers. Do you remember that?
No.
So
I
that
do,
was
but I
a
don't.
while ago. I don't remember the other brother's name. Chris DeBella obviously is an attorney in Methuen. He's still around, but he and his brother had run for different districted council seats, and they both lost. And I think, and there was a lot of discussion around it because you're almost, listen, everybody has allies, everybody has people they get along with, whatever, which is interesting because I get along with you, but I almost never vote like you. So it is what it is.
I think you're probably closer than you think. I think you're closer than we think.
I hope not. But anyway, my point of the story is people did find issue with having two brothers walking on, right? Like the dynamic, I think, didn't sit well with people, and I get it both ways.
It makes
because
for interesting Thanksgiving dinners and Christmas breaks.
Yes, having opposing views might cause problems. Having similar views might look like the appearance of impropriety, right?
Yeah.
So I get it, but logistically, I don't think.
I've made it
because you're related, it means you're gonna, do what the other
funny?
does.
When it's not my house, I'll go all out with my brother on politics. Not just local, national.
When it's not your house?
Yes, because when it's my house, it's like my
domain.
My domain.
Your
That's
domain.
my piece. It's,
He's the king.
You know that saying, like,
castle.
Your dad used to do is like, if you don't like what I have to say, these are my four walls. That's my door.
Yeah, my
that's
dad never did that.
Well,
We had a really open, debatable household. I think that's why I became an attorney.
You're Italian too. They never said these
Yeah,
are my
they
four
totally
walls.
did. So you would no way. My parents were both educators, right? So it was like, okay, you feel this way, tell me why. Back it up, right? And then still no. But still no. No, good argument. Still no. Their word was still their word.
I do wish the Central District very good luck there. So, but
and they had a primary in the Central, too.
They had a primary as well.
Yeah, because there were a couple other runners.
Which
but
there is some controversy coming out of that one now.
The Central, why?
Because apparently in a recent note, there have been people saying online, and again, back to online, but I've also gotten some emails about this, is that some of the poll workers were telling them that they had to pick.
Must
pick two. So just so everyone knows here, you have the ability to pick up to the number of seats being elected.
Seats that, yes.
So if there's 6 people running for 6 seats, you could pick up to those 6 people.
However, everybody in politics knows the bullet vote.
Yes.
Right?
So you could vote for 3. You could vote for 1.
You could vote for 2. And if you do that, the fewer number that you vote for, less than the number of seats, is going to help your candidate more.
So for the 3 sections that we just said, Central, East, and West, there are 2 seats available. You have the ability to vote up to 2 people.
So say Nick and I are running for a position, right? And you're my voter, and you go in to vote for me, but you're like, Jana kind of likes him, I'll throw him a vote. And Nick beats me by 1 vote. Your vote didn't help me.
Oh.
Do you get what I'm saying? Because you voted for both of us, so it keeps us in line together. Now, if you voted for just me,
we would have been tied.
Nick would have lost the vote, and I would have had.
No, you would have been tied. If I beat you by 1, you would have been tied.
Yep. So it does make a difference, especially where the voter turnout is so small. We've had re-elections. We had re-elections coming in 3 votes.
Yeah.
7 votes.
You know what's funny is
that cost the
when
city
I
money,
ran my first election for city council, there was about 8 to 10,000 people, and I know that's a big jump, but actually from a percentage, it's like 1%, 2% of population. But the amount of votes I received in my first election, the one that I received, was 3,600 and change.
Was that school committee?
No, that was city council.
Yeah.
My first city council race.
Oh.
That's how many people voted in the following election. Was it less than 4,000 people?
Yeah, it's sad. It's sad. And that's why I have to say about the Central, even though it narrowed down the amount of candidates, I don't think it's an accurate depiction of what may or may not happen in the larger race.
Because it was
the primary was such a small turnout. It was like, how many calls can I make to get people here? So I think it's really anyone's race. Yeah.
And then we have at large.
So you call it large.
Oh.
So I'm in that race.
You are. I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
Ryan
your brother Ryan,
former school committee member. Frank Cirillo, even though he's not an incumbent,
he has sat on the council.
Correct.
And he got on, how many months has it been now? About the same as the mayor then.
March, April?
No, we took a little time.
April?
Right? So I'd say at least 6-7 months.
Yeah, probably March, April.
I got Nick to my left and Frank sits to my right.
Yes, ma'am. And then we have James Sarcione, who ran for mayor.
Yeah.
Nice gentleman, family man here in Methuen. John Drew. John Drew, he comes up with some of the most interesting commercials. Like he's like, oh, I forgot my keys, gotta go get it. And it's like,
I haven't seen it.
Oh my God, he's got some fun commercials. But he's out there door knocking. He's out there, and he's only been in Methuen for 5 years or so, around there. He's from Lawrence originally. But he's, you would never know it, but he's my age.
Why, because you look so much older?
I look so much older. We look so much older, but we're really young at heart. That's what happens when having kids and like people like this.
Doesn't he have kids?
He does. He has,
so maybe it's just you.
But I love his videos.
Would have been a missed opportunity.
Love his videos.
I gotta watch your videos, John. I'm missing these videos.
I want to talk about your videos because
the infomercial?
Oh my God. Get your sign, get your sign.
So listen, it might have dated me a little, but everybody remembers the infomercials about, act now, these are flying off the shelves, like blah, blah, blah. So I decided, usually what people do is, obviously you can host a sign for your candidate, right?
Yes.
Some people host all the signs, which I find very interesting. There might be 5 people running for 2 spots and they'll have all 5.
Yeah.
Which is very interesting to me. Hey, to everybody their own, but I always thought it was, I'm hosting your sign because I believe in you and I'm voting for you as a candidate, right?
Yeah.
Which is why I don't understand candidates. I'm not singling anyone out. Don't put them in medians. Don't stick them on corners of businesses. Don't stick them in random abandoned ways with, commercial lease for sale signs. It's not a good look for Methuen. We want to beautify the city. It's a political race.
Yeah.
We have the signs up
Yeah.
for name exposure to show who's with you. I personally, with the exception of my business, I haven't solicited any businesses. I don't think that's fair to the business, you know?
Yep.
And a lot of business owners, they may not live in Methuen, but that's a personal choice. But the random, just sticking it everywhere, to me, I think it hurts. If anybody sees one of my signs there, I did not place it, call me, I will personally remove it. I think it's just, for lack of a better word, just tacky.
Yes.
But that's me. What was I saying originally?
Your signs, your infomercial.
Oh, the infomercial. So normally when people want someone to host a sign, they just call them up and they will say, hey, will you host my sign? They put it up, blah, 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 right?
Yep.
Kind of boring. Social media, you post a picture of the sign, hey, anybody want one? Which is what I've done in the past. Again, not fun. So I had my son help me. We did a voiceover and we did an infomercial. Get your sign right now, act fast. If you hop on my council page, you can see it, but it's so funny. I actually had to order 100 more signs. I did not expect it to have the effect that it had. I actually had a ton of requests for
I'm surprised
signs.
you haven't asked me to put one on my.
You told me I could. It's
I've
going
been
out. You're in
waiting.
the second order. I gotta go pick
Okay,
them up.
all right.
I'm actually picking them up today.
Ryan DeZoglu is on my lawn.
Well, then I'll put 2.
And then
You can
we
be in a
also,
Jana sandwich.
So we also, I know we brought it up, and it was Wanda Santos too. So it
Oh,
was
and
also-
Wanda. Wanda's in my rate. That was,
she's
yeah,
a very
sorry, we brought her up
nice
earlier.
lady.
Yeah.
I've met her a
Yeah,
few
she does
times.
stuff, I think, with domestic violence.
Yes, amazing
and, yeah,
story there
yeah.
too, and I've met her husband and great
Yeah.
people there.
I gotta be honest, everyone I've met in this race, they've been fantastic. I've met most of their families. Everyone, I mean, and I think even when we had the Methuen Community
I'm getting
Studios
yelled at
Forum,
for moving. I'm
Stop
not used to
moving.
the roly chair. I'm
Stop
roly-poly-oly here. You know, it's like
Okay,
I
well,
like to
you're
lean.
moving. Stop moving.
Lock
You
the-
don't have to show that you're moving by moving.
I'm getting yelled at from 2 different directions here. I apologize. Go ahead, keep going.
Well, now you threw me off my train of
Great,
thought.
awesome. Election November 4th. No,
So now let's get to school committee because I think we're running a little
we are.
quick on
But I just want
time.
to say, too, I think everyone that's running at council needs to understand that they have a very tough year ahead of them.
Yeah, we have some big issues. We have the Searles,
Yes.
obviously. We got to figure out what to do. I, for one, want to see the residents have access to this property. I'm not sure how
agree
it's
more.
going to happen, in what capacity. I will do my best to preserve the integrity of it
Yeah.
if I'm on there, and as long as, even for the next 2 months, when we're still on the council, if anything comes before us, I feel very,
It's crazy to think. I only have
very strongly
4
about protecting
I think
it.
it's 4 or 5 more meetings.
That's it?
That's it. That's it. 6 years has gone by really fast, and I got some nostalgia happening right now. It's like I remember coming in, ready to,
You know what's
kick
tough?
ass, and
I
here
was
we
writing,
are.
so when you do, mailers and advertisements and whatever for your campaign platform, I was looking through what I had pledged. And while I can honestly say I have operated the way I wanted to, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty authentic and I'm a person of my word, anybody who knows me. Agenda items that I wanted to do, a lot of them got derailed.
Yeah.
And it's not my fault, right? We had Mayor Perry's passing. We had big budget items
that was
come
just
up.
your 2
The
years.
Searles, I'm saying
I had
like
COVID.
Yeah,
I
mean it's tough, and that brings me back to the term limits. It is tough.
Yeah.
There are things I want to do for this city, and I believe so much in progressing it, and yet you have these issues. It's like I'm reading my old platform, I'm like, oh my God, I really have to get on the on track with this, and I hope nothing else comes down the pipeline to derail me
I wouldn't
again.
be surprised if I get a nail in the tire for this from like the mojo of Neil Perry coming back to haunt me on this. But I remember the Christmas lights around City Hall. We paid like $200,000 for. We were like, no, it's a wreath and lights. I mean, that was like Lightgate. We called it Lightgate, but. It was like I'm starting to think of like these fun things that have happened over 6 years that like you learn a lot about your community.
Yeah.
You learn a lot about the city. Yeah, we're gonna enjoy the next 4 meetings.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
So, School committee.
School committee.
There's 9. So let's say the names
Say the
first.
names. Yep, say the names.
And I'm sorry, I got locked out. The names are.
If anybody wants to know his
I'm
password,
number
I
1
just
on the
saw it.
ballot, by the way, on this one.
I'm number 5.
So I'm not doing this
he's
out of
plugging you.
order, by the way.
Yeah,
I don't
but I'm
want
still number 5,
I
people.
don't want to be yelled at that I picked my name first. I'm going the
fine.
ballot order here. So Nicholas DeZoglio, who's a
I
current
love that
city
you say
councilor.
DeZoglio.
You know, let's talk about this for a second.
Oh, do we have to? We have
Off
like
the
15
boat,
minutes left.
Off the boat.
Yeah.
Off the boat.
Yeah.
It is DeZoglio. Okay.
DeZoglio. Yeah.
Okay, off the
It wouldn't
boat.
be DeZoglio.
DeZoglio.
No.
It
be
is. Oh
DeZoglio.
my gosh, she's gonna tell me how to say my last name, folks.
Yes.
Okay. Then there was
I
a
am. A little more
northeast
Italian than he
and
is,
a south, south, not southeast, but like South Boston.
How long is this story?
It's quick. Some went with DeZoglio, some went with DeZoglio.
Yeah.
It depends on what part of the area.
So
you're
to
in.
be fair, similarly, my dad's whole family is Zanni. My main name was Zanni. My father in college had an Italian professor who says, Stephen, your name isn't Zanni, it's Zanni, right? So he came home and he had dinner with his family and he sat down and he looked at my grandfather and grandmother and said, by the way, we're saying it wrong. Today we're known as the Zannis, which is interesting because half his cousins are Zannis still.
Yeah.
And we're Zannis.
Yeah.
So same sort of thing, right?
Ken Willett, who's a current
an incumbent.
incumbent.
Yeah.
Kristen Maxwell.
Incumbent.
Incumbent. Lori Keegan.
Incumbent.
Mary Beth Donovan Grassi. Incumbent.
Is she an incumbent?
Oh, no, she's not.
So she was appointed.
You're right. Yes.
After someone left the school committee.
Yes.
So I don't think, even if they served, just
Nope,
like Frank,
nope,
they're
it's
not
not-
incumbents,
it's
right?
not,
Because they
yep,
weren't elected.
Very similar
in.
to
Yep.
Frank. Alejandro Baez.
Who's a college student, and
Holy
he's at Holy
Cross.
Cross. Smart kid. Really smart kid.
Martha Sorois.
Yep. Who was the secretary to the
Yep, she was
school committee, into the superintendent for years.
Yep, she just
years.
retired
Martha was
in
at
September.
all the meetings. If anyone knows anything about the meetings, it's probably Martha.
Yep. She
Yeah.
knows all the behind the scenes stuff. I can't wait. I hope she does get elected.
Yeah.
Danielle Fandery.
Who's, I think, a mom, right? I think she's one of the parents. I feel like we've.
I mean, I don't know her full story. I just know she spoke very well last night at at the forum.
Yeah, I thought you all did, to be honest. But,
Thank you. And
well, except
Maria Figueroa.
Figueroa. Sweet lady, really sweet lady.
Yes, yes.
Very positive. I like positivity.
She
So
also comes from a nonprofit
Yeah.
and domestic.
Me
and
personally,
fighting
I
for kids.
respond to positivity, right? I like that. I don't ever try to get negative, and I say this all the time. You know, I mean, you and I always say my slogan is, we can disagree without being disagreeable. And I think it's important because, you know, conversations, and when we're talking about school committee, we can talk about that a little. Because once you have a
Oh yeah, we
break,
were both on it. That's
once
right.
you have a break
Yeah.
in communication, nothing's going to get
Here's
done.
the thing is-
nothing's going to get done. You
I think-
need to have conversations.
I think even so. I say this to the school committee too. I'm not a fan of this year's ongoing school committee, and I think I've been very vocal about that. And
yeah, you
and
can't
city
throw the
council.
baby out with the bathwater, though. There's some very good people.
I'm not saying
on that
about the
school committee.
people.
Well,
I'm talking about the committee.
Okay, well,
You
those
could
are
have
people.
good
Are those
people.
not made up
wait.
good
You
people?
can have good people on a baseball team, and the baseball team sucks. All right. You
Yeah, well, you don't wanna lump
you
them all
have
together,
some really
well,
good
fine.
people together, and they're not working as a team.
No, they're butting heads.
And
you
that
need to
is what
collaborate.
you need to do. You could have great talent, but if they don't mesh well, it doesn't work.
But that goes to the whole, you know,
The council has a decorum. We could say that we disagree on almost everything
100%,
right now.
and we're never unprofessional.
But we're never unprofessional. Sure, is there a small little dig that comes across the
Usually
aisle once?
from
No,
Nick
it's
to
usually to
somebody
me.
else?
No, it's usually to me, and
No,
I'm
it's
giving it
usually
back because I
from
don't
you.
sit there and just take the poke.
He gives them.
I give it back. No. This isn't about one-upping either. It is about transparency. You sit here and say
think all your digs are about
No,
transparency,
it
buddy.
usually is because it's usually one-sided sometimes. A lot of these stories that are happening around the city right now are one-sided. There's usually 3
I
stories
agree,
to
but
every story.
but there's a way to say things. Like, I think I make my points without ever poking.
And usually I do too. Don't. You know?
Just watch the next meeting.
Watch the next meeting. Watch the next meeting. But the school committee has been very negative. And I'm sorry, you know, when I see an agenda item like the other day that was on the agenda, and I know we only have a few minutes left, banning books and...
Nobody was banning
No
books.
one was banning books.
No one was
Don't
banning
even
books.
know where it came from. And
No.
even if it was a back office email that might have gone through, there is no reason to say that that item on the list.
Why? I would hope that if Nick put something on the agenda, now, obviously I have a friendship with you, but I feel like I have a friendship with everyone on the council,
great.
right?
Friendship.
No, it's true. My point is, instead of creating mass hysteria, why wouldn't I text him, call him? Hey, Nick, by the way, you put this on the agenda. What's this about?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep.
Professional decorum. Let's stop the hysteria before it starts.
And
it's
you know,
ridiculous.
it sounds like right now on the school committee too, everyone is like sequestering and doing open,
oh my God.
Open meeting law,
Meeting laws.
or requesting people's text messages
I mean, come
or
on.
Facebook messages.
It is a thankless position. Come on.
I mean, here's the thing: is if you really want to know what I have texted on my phone during meetings, it's usually "good night" to my kids.
Yeah. Oh,
or,
and I will
honey,
tell you.
I'm not feeling good.
I will tell you. So I have 3 children. And you know, you sit next to me. How many times do I say to you,
well, I mean, you
oh
really
my God, Vinny forgot Stevie again.
I'm surprised you didn't forget the 3rd one or the middle one. Because, yeah, you're horrible.
I'm juggling so much. And when I have to send my husband, if you ever see me with a phone at the meeting, it's usually, Vinny, did you pick up this one? Because coordinating my kids.
No, it's not usually this one. It's you pick up Stevie. Because I feel bad for that little one.
I do.
He's
the best. He's forgotten a lot. Typical middle child. Although my husband's a middle child too. So it works out well. I like middle children.
So I just want to say it is a thankless job. I appreciate everyone
Thank you for putting your name in the hat, especially right now,
but
because
just remember,
it's a lot.
Your power, or whatever power you think you may get from this role, it only matters when you're in that chamber.
There's no
behind that desk.
power.
Well,
If you think you're getting power from any of these roles, don't run. Don't run.
Authority, whatever you want to use. The only authority you have is when you're sitting at that chair.
And you're one.
And you're one
out of the
that committee or council.
And you know what? It's a good point, Nick, because sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. I have been a few times the only vote, right, for whatever I want. Mm-hmm. And it's okay. You can't get upset. It's a committee. You're one vote of that committee, right?
Yes.
Of the school committee, of the council. You need that professionalism, because when you lose that vote, which I have before, then you move on to the next agenda item, and you have to have an open conversation about that. You can't harbor this hostility. You can't go on social media after the fact and call out all these people and try to target them. It just doesn't make for good collaboration.
You can't use public participation as a campaign slogan.
No, you
It is
need
meant
to be a collaborator.
Factual situations.
We need people, listen, I've always said, what I do, what I think is best for this city. I'm sure you do what you think is best for this city. Everyone might not agree that that's what's best for the city, but that's all we can do.
And you really need to leave personal at the door.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Because there are plenty of time. I mean, Joyce Campignon, I disagree with her on the council. But I've served with her out of my 10 years, 5 years.
And we can walk out together and talk about something unrelated.
Exactly.
Right? So I think we need collaborators. We need people who
I've served with you for 4 years on 2 different things. I mean, here's the thing.
That was tough.
I've aged a lot. Again, we're going back to age. I feel old.
Aged a lot.
But
I haven't.
But
I look the same.
again, thank you for all the candidates running. Thank you as residents on doing your due diligence and learning of the candidates. And
thank you for the volunteers at the polls.
Volunteers at the polls.
We can't do it without them either.
MCS will have a great election night coverage.
They always do.
I love watching the Michelle and Seth go back and forth. I've enjoyed my time on the city council, and I look forward to passing that torch off to someone else.
I hopefully don't have to pass my torch, so make sure you get out and vote for number 5. But you know what? If it's, again, going back to even what we said on the council, if I am ousted, I guess, for lack of a better word. But if I'm not reelected, then it's not
I
my
mean,
time,
your odds
right?
of coming back as like a fill-in down the road are pretty high right now. So,
But my point is, at least we have
I'm
good
joking.
people running.
Yes.
So I'm always okay with it if we have the city in good hands, and that's all I really care about. And I'm always going to be active in the community, no matter what happens. So it is what it is. But let's go over the dates really quick because I think we have to wrap it up one more time. If you can get on, we know.
Election day is November 4th.
7 to 7. The polls open. If you don't know where you're voting, I think it's where do I vote?
You or go to the Massachusetts Secretary of State's office, and they put in your address, and it'll pull
And
up
you can
that
find it, but I
information.
think that link is wheredoivote.com. I think it might be.
We'll get it.
We'll see.
We'll
I'll
to you.
get it. Maybe we can have them put on the bottom once
Correct.
I verify it.
It's right here somewhere. We'll verify it.
It may or may not be what I said. But
October 27th through October 31st is early voting period again.
Yep.
October 25th is the last day to register to vote. October 28th is the last day to request mail-in ballots. I think this might be the last time Methuen does mail-in ballots, to be fair.
Yeah.
And
And absentee?
Absentee ballots is not on this list, but I'm assuming it's the same day as October 28th. And then November 4th, Election Day, and last day to return a vote by mail ballot. Again, polls are open November 4th.
Yep.
until
You'll see us
8.
holding signs. Are you going to be holding signs?
I usually
You'll see me waving.
I usually sit at the
Rain,
marsh.
snow, sleet.
So I will be at the
sun.
marsh. But again,
I'll be a floater. I go everywhere.
the next time we see you, we'll have some results for you
Yeah.
guys. But again, thank you all for joining us, letting us into your homes again.
Thank you to Methuen Community Studios, to our wonderful volunteers that you
Yes.
can't see who are like, wrap it up right now.
And stop rolling,
So-
Nick. I think we're going to go to the higher desk next time. This rolling part is.
Have I rolled? No. Thank you so much for tuning into this special election. We'll be back next month with a regular buzz. Again, we try to keep it really non-political, more informative. So thank you for tuning into this special election edition of The Buzz. And we'll see you next time. I'm Jana Pesh, number 5 on the ballot for Councilor at Large.
Nick DeZaglo, number 1 for school
Pulled a
committee.
1. Like, how do you pull a 1? It's a fix.
I didn't pull it.
Good night.
Good night.
Good day.
Good day.
Good morning.
Good afternoon. Goodbye.
Bye.